Welcome to today's webinar. I'm Kristen Weber, and today I am going to be showing you how to reduce your customer acquisition costs by up to a remarkable 20%, and that without increasing your precious marketing budget, all thanks to comprehensive lead tracking. Let me do a quick check. Can everyone hear me and see the slides being presented in the webinar? If you could possibly give me a quick thumbs up in the chat, so that we're aware that everything's technically functioning, that would be great. So it looks like there are no technical issues and we can continue with the webinar. Thanks for the confirmation. If you have any questions during the webinar, feel free to drop them in the chat box. We will be collecting them and answering them after the webinar. Over the next 30 minutes or so, I'll be discussing how your current lead process might be sabotaging your performance and what you can do about it using matelso solutions. But before we start, what are we referring to when we mention customer acquisition costs or CACs? Basically, it's referring to the total cost for acquiring a new customer. It includes all the expenses related to marketing and sales efforts needed to convert a lead into a paying customer. And why does this matter? A CAC is a KPI for marketing efficiency and profitability. A lower CAC is going to mean you're acquiring customers more cost effectively. When you compare this to the customer lifetime value, it's going to help you determine whether your customer acquisition strategy is sustainable or not. So how about we get started and jump right into the presentation? Let's be honest with ourselves. Marketing and sales teams are under constant pressure. Budgets are tight, expectations are high, and the full picture, it's often missing. Most CAC calculations rely solely on visible online conversions and conversations. But what about phone calls, in-store visits, or WhatsApp chats happening behind the scenes? If you're not tracking them, they're going to remain invisible and your CAC is going to skyrocket. The result is going to be wasted, precious marketing budget. And in today's economy, no company can afford that at the moment. So let's explore this further with a classic scenario. A user sees your Google ad and lands on your website. That's a great start. But instead of converting online, they're going to call you. You may have high-priced products that you're selling, and the customer may want to have a direct communication with someone to answer their questions. That call isn't tracked in your analytics, though. And we all know we do exactly just that. We pick up the phone when we're about to spend a lot of money and often just want to talk to someone personally to receive a bit of support before we make that purchase. Well, most of your customers, they probably don't think differently. And what happens then is that there's no attribution, there's no information collected, no credit landing in your analytics software, and that inquiry disappears. Your CAC appears higher than it actually is, and your carefully perfected and optimized intelligent bidding strategies running in the background, they're going to suffer because key conversions are missing. So let's take a look at what's potentially causing some of those excessive customer acquisition costs. First off, we're looking at poor, comprehensive lead tracking. Offline leads, calls, chats, texts, they often go untracked. Second, we're looking at insufficient decision support. Without a 360-degree view of prospect behavior, your reports and your dashboards are incomplete. All of those data-driven decisions that you think you're making, they become simply based on fragments of information. So what's the impact of these high customer acquisition costs? Well, for starters, we're looking at fewer sales. Marketing budgets don't generate sufficient revenue or growth for the company simply because of missing figures and incorrectly implemented strategies. This, all of a sudden, leads to a damaging perception of marketing being seen as a simple cost center. Teams aren't able to prove their ROI, and the gap between sales and marketing is going to widen instead of being closed, and the departments working closer together. So here's a real-world example. At Matelso, we route over 15 million calls a year through our servers, and around 26% of those often go unanswered or are simply improperly routed. Those are missed leads that could potentially lead to a paying customer. And if we look at an average lead cost of over 70 euros potentially, that is millions worth of wasted marketing budget just through mismanaged call tracking. And that's only referring to telephone calls, not even counting missed opportunities from chats or forms or WhatsApp text messages, for example. Now, here's something. Imagine there's a solution that's going to track all of those conversations, even the offline ones, and it's going to feed them into your carefully planned out and optimized automated bidding strategies, your CRM systems, your Google Analytics, and even more. And with that, you're now able to track, prove, and adjust and elevate your entire funnel. That's how you're going to reduce your customer acquisition costs by up to potentially more than 20%. Doing so in keeping the same budget. So let's explore what that means for your business. Well, first of all, you're going to gain more valuable potential customer metrics. All of the sudden, you have a 360-degree overview of not just your clicks from the traffic being generated and led to your website, but also the true potential customer value. This is going to enable you to optimize your campaigns. Once again, we're looking at more leads, more revenue potential for the same amount of budget being spent. You're also going to achieve full transparency. All potential customer figures integrate seamlessly into your Google Analytics, your Google Ads, your CRM, and even other reporting dashboards used. And with these stronger insight foundations, your customized automated bidding strategies are going to become more effective than ever. So now you're probably asking yourself, well, that's all great, but how do I get there? How do I lower these customer acquisition costs and increase my ROI? The answer is simple, with the Matelso platform. Matelso turns every inbound interaction being generated from your website, all of that traffic landing, wanting to communicate with you, whether it's a call, a WhatsApp message, a contact form, or the likes, into trackable conversions. Even offline conversions, such as an in-store appointment, can be entered and tracked for campaign optimization. And we aren't just another tool in your stack collecting leads. We tell you where they came from, which ad, which keyword, which offline campaign. And even sales is able to score the lead in real time and share that with marketing for better campaign optimization. This closes the data gap between sales and marketing so you can act on insights and not just sole assumptions. The Matelso platform is the perfect combination of a multi-channel communication and lead management tool. It's going to provide you with more valuable data than what you have now, and that can be used to improve your smart bidding. All of the sudden, no leads are going to be lost. Every communication is going to land in a central queue that can be worked on. These leads land automatically in the correct team and are therefore dealt with quicker and even more efficiently than today. And also, thanks to the ability to collect valuable first-party data, we're able to assist in optimizing your customer journey with that data collected. It's quick and easy to integrate. We're talking here about being able to make your website conversation ready in under 5 minutes. It's AI powered, and we all know that AI plays more and more of an important role in the optimization of campaigns and marketing strategies. But what is seen as a helpful tool can also be detrimental if it's not fed with not only the correct data, but also the full picture. The more data AI receives, the better it's going to be, and the better it will be able to optimize your smart bidding strategies that run in the background. And to top it off, we're GDPR compliant. And let's not underestimate the communication part of the platform. It's not just a tool for inbound, but also for outbound communication, and can even replace your current telephone system. The matelso platform, it's built for performance. And if we take a look at what the platform actually looks like and what makes the information visible to you, basically, before even taking a call, you're able to see key information from that person, that contact, whether it's the telephone number, their contact information, if it's available or if parts are missing. Also the company information, if it's available. We also collect and show general web data, such as campaign information, shopping cart values, landing pages, and so much more from where that communication is coming from. And this information allows for a real-time personalization of that communication, which is essential when we're looking at higher ticket sales. And either during or after the call, sales has the ability to add notes, score the prospect in terms of a rating. They can even go as far as assigning a deal value and a deal phase. And this can be pushed not only to our CRM for further processing, but can also be used for marketing to be pushed to the various analytics systems for optimizing campaigns. It could be, for example, that if a deal phase is an offer created, a certain conversion value is pushed to analytics. And if the deal phase is signed contract or contract sent, that conversion value increases. One of the things you also see is the full communication history. You see all calls, all chats, all contact forms, no matter who they were dealt with within the company. And this allows you to quickly understand the complete inquiry context. So if we summarize what the benefits of the matelso platform are, you're looking at solving poor lead tracking, and now you're collecting valuable lead data. You see all leads, including the offline ones, and you're able to feed your AI with the full picture of data and allow it to even more efficiently optimize your smart bidding processes. You also know the full lead value and are able to drop your CACs by up to 20%. You're also optimizing your transparency, which was one of the reasons we've seen for higher CACs. Your decision-making improves because all of the sudden, you have a 360-degree overview. Your conversion data and your leads are seamlessly integrated into your analytics software and even your CRM. And because of this, you're optimizing the algorithmic bidding strategies running in the background that are now becoming more reliable. So you can ask yourself, how can I achieve this 20% lower CAC and stronger ROI? Well, basically, you've already taken the first step by joining the webinar today and finding out a little bit more of how matelso can help you achieve this. The next step is to book a meeting with myself. Because during this meeting, what we'll do is we'll discuss your individual use case and tailor a solution that fits your business and your needs. After we've done that, we'll work together on implementing the solution. Because as our motto here at matelso goes, we are stronger together. And once the solution is implemented, you can start collecting your valuable data, and improving your marketing return on invest. But don't just take our word for this. We also have many satisfied customers that can advocate for what we've just presented here today. If we take a look at a real client case, Turknet, this isn't a startup. It's not a greenfield project. It's a mature and structured business where we were still able to help reduce their CAC by a remarkable 20%. And we did so simply by improving the quality of their inquiry metrics and optimizing their campaigns. And that's our mission here at Matelso and has been since 2006. We love turning data into successful business stories. It's what drives us forward in our vision and development on future solutions. With over 10,000 websites that use our solutions, with over 500 customers and more than 15 years worth of experience, we've routed more than 250 million calls. All of this powered by one goal, making marketing better and making marketing and sales performance better. I'd like to thank you for joining me today in this webinar. At the moment, I've seen that there are no questions in the chats. If you would like to find out a bit more on some of these insights and how we can support you in your individual solution, please feel free to scan the QR code and book a one-on-one meeting with myself. I'd love to take the chance to have a deeper dive into your setup and also show you how to make these improvements a reality for your company. But before we close, I'd like to leave you with a few key takeaways. Offline leads matter. If you're not tracking every touch point, especially phone calls, chats, and contact forms, you're not seeing the whole picture. Better intel means more confident and metrics-based backed decisions. And with that full transparency into the opportunity sources and prospect quality, your marketing team can finally tailor and improve campaigns based on facts and not just assumptions. Marketing and sales alignment, it's no longer optional. It's critical to ensure that both teams are speaking the same language and are using the same information to drive performance. If you'd like to also hear more about some of these success stories and gain a deeper insight, you can also scan this second QR code to watch our on-demand webinar hosted by my colleague, Evan Kuhn. Once again, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank you for your time, and I wish you all a great day.